Welcome back to FilmFloggers. We review films and flog dead horses, so you don't have to. Is this week's film choice a complete waste of your viewing time? Much like flogging/beating dead horses, get it? Please head over to www.filmfloggers.com to check out all of our previous floggings. And while you're there, maybe hang out for a while, look around and vote for our next film. Click on vote, or visit www.filmfloggers.com/vote. Are you an idiot? If so, please check out our Idiot's Guide to Reviewing Us, where even a big dummy like you can leave us a red-hot review. Here at FilmFloggers, we pride ourselves on offering 1-star content with 5-star effort. Once on the website, please click on Idiot's Guide, or visit us at www.filmfloggers.com/review-us. That should have been Idiot's Guide. My fault, I didn't change the URL. Annoying. Once again, filmfloggers.com/review-us. Believe it or not, we now have a Patreon. I know what you're thinking. You have the audacity to ask us to pay to receive more of this. Pause for dramatic effect. Yes. We have a Patreon exclusive show called Nitpickers. I think you'll like it. Please visit www.filmfloggers.com/support-us. Again, that hyphen is annoying, should have removed it. Or head straight to our Patreon page. Patreon.com/filmwafflers. No idea why I did film wafflers. Another mistake. Where you can support us for as little as £1 British or $1.50. And while you're on the website, punch that big purple subscribe button and tell a friend about the flog. Wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, partner, mistress, your nan, granddad, your kids. They can tell their friends. They can tell their friends at school about the flog. But in all seriousness, this really helps the podcast grow and enables us to enrich or ruin the lives of the hundreds of millions of earlobes we haven't reached yet. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Every time. I get you every fucking time.
Can you talk into it, please?
I am talking into it, fucker. Hello. Is that good?
I'm prepared for this.
You're never fucking prepared, Ben. Ever. Right. Are we ready?
This is a big film, Fiona. This is a film I've been looking forward to doing for a very long time. And the fact that we're only doing it for 15 minutes is a disgrace.
Well,
why didn't
you text Tom and see if Tom wants to do that? Because I'm finding it hard to talk about this for 15 minutes, Ben, let alone an hour.
Maybe I'll ask Tom to do the remake, because the remake's pretty good in its own right. So
is it?
Yes.
What year was that?
I'm sure you'd have enjoyed the remake more.
I probably would. Is there sound in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I would have enjoyed it then.
1979, I think, the remake.
Gross.
Werner Herzog.
Oh, yeah.
And our mate Klaus Kinski.
Yep.
Mentioned Klaus Kinski a few times.
Who is Klaus Kinski? I recognise that name.
Yes, I've mentioned him before.
Yeah, who is he?
A bloke.
All right, okay. Good friend of yours?
Very good character actor.
Right.
I think he was a bit of a bad man, but Count Orlok was pretty good. A lot of people would say it's the definitive Dracula. Oh, am I boring you, Fiona? Right, okay, well, let's get into it then, because we're back to the 15 minutes.
Are we doing the 15 minutes?
Unfortunately.
Are we going straight in, or what are we doing?
Even though that Silence of the Lambs episode didn't turn out great, it was kind of nice to go back to the full length.
It wasn't. It was horrible.
We're going to try and not talk over each other.
Yeah, and you let me finish my sentences, maybe. That'd be good.
Maybe I come off as a
yes.
bit of an arsehole on some of these episodes. It sounds like I'm just like, oh, anyway, Fiona.
Yes, you do.
Well, on the 15 minutes in particular, obviously, I'm panicking.
But it's meant to be a duo, Ben. It's not meant to be a solo act. Yeah. Well, I'm here, aren't I? There's two of us.
Yes, I can see it. I'm looking at it.
What do you mean, it? It's me.
I wonder what it would be like when me and Tom do an episode in the same room. I think that'd be weird.
Yeah, imagine that mic bleed, Ben. Fucking hell. Where's he going to sit? So, what we doing?
Well, I wouldn't do it here, would I? I'm thinking about probably at Tom's house, a bit more room.
All right, see ya. Pack your bag.
Right, we don't speak for long. It's 15 minutes, back to 15 minutes.
Wait, are we recording?
Yes.
Oh.
Of course.
Oh, we didn't do the start thingy, what we're doing.
Yes, the rules.
What are the rules? I can't remember, it's been so long.
15 minutes.
All right, 15 minutes.
First 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes, we talk about the synopsis, the director, and the characters. Then we spend 9.5 minutes talking about the movie. And the last 30 seconds, we are Ben is finalising the movie. And once the 15 minutes are up, we break our own rules because we're not meant to talk about the movie, but we do. During that time, if someone is waffling on, aka Ben, because it's Halloween, we have to say Happy Halloween or Happy Flogoween.
Jesus.
Opposed to move on, fucker. And yeah, that's it.
Was that everything, was it?
I think so. I think I got it all out.
Right, okay. What are we doing today then?
Do I have to hit the timer first? Oh, we're doing Nosferatu 1922.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Yeah?
Pronounce that R.
Ferratu. All right, I'm hitting the timer. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Right, okay, so Nosferatu, 7.9 out of 10.
Nosferatu.
Didn't approve of that score, not going to lie. It's more like the 5.
Doesn't matter, Fiona. Say that for the review.
So Husher is sent by his master to finalise a deal with Count Orlok. However, he soon realises that Orlok is a vampire who has his eye set on his wife, Ellen. Directed by Frederick W. Murnau, or something like that, who was voted the 33rd greatest director of all time. He died in a car crash prior to the premiere of his final film.
Bit of a shame.
Bless him, yep. So Nosferatu means vampire, basically, in Roman. This is a silent movie.
Roman.
The first sound movie was Jazz Singer in 1927. We have Max Schreck as Count Orlok, and Schreck is actually German for horror. I wrote horror, but I want to say terror. And I haven't really written anything else about the actors and stuff, because, Ben, over to you.
Don't speak over the mic, Fiona. Oh, Christ. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Where do we go? So we're back into
Time is ticking.
Right, that's it
Well,
then.
do you want to say anything about the
review.
actors? Do you want to talk about Shrek?
Well, I don't know the actors, apart from Shrek.
Yeah,
but
tell me a little bit more about Shrek.
Well, we're not talking about that in the review.
No, we'll talk about Shrek now,
Yes.
because we're talking about the characters.
Well, this is obviously he's very, very good in this, yeah.
Yeah, he's scary.
Count
looking or
Orlok is
something.
iconic, yeah.
He's quite scary.
There were rumours going around that he was actually an actual vampire.
Yes, I seen that.
Did you see that?
I did see that, yes.
Yes. We're going to watch after this, which we should have watched before, Shadow of the... Oh, Christ, what's it called? Shadow of the Vampire.
Oh.
Yeah.
How fishing.
Because of the rumours about him being an actual vampire, William Dafoe plays him. It's like a mock documentary, but this is actually about the fact that he actually is a vampire.
Interesting.
And the director hires this vampire to make the film authentic.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, moving on.
Right, well, what have you got then? What have you got for me? Please,
So,
hurry up.
As I said, didn't really like it. Silent movie, don't like silent movies. So this movie was banned in Sweden due to excessive horror. Banned for excessive horror.
You got to think about the time when this came out, Fiona.
Yes.
This is almost 100 years ago.
Yes, but listen, you haven't let me finish.
It's just white trivia.
The ban was lifted in 1972 after 85 years. However, it is still known as the most chilling vampire movie of all times.
Fair enough.
Really?
Well, it is chilling.
I get the scene when he's walking up the stairs. I get that. Yes, it is a bit creepy, whatever. He does look a bit weird. I get it.
Right, but it's the impact. It's old, so some of the stuff you think, bloody hell, because it's 100 years old, but it's the impact on what it's had on cinema and the horror genre directors since, which you don't even think about.
Well, no.
Well, for example, Tim Burton.
Yes.
Edward Scissorhands, which we've done recently.
Yes.
It's one of the first, I don't think it's the first Nosferatu, but I think it's one of the first gothic horrors.
Oh.
Where you've got, the coffins and the castles and all that kind of stuff. I think it's one of the first that introduced this idea of gothic horror, which people like Tim Burton, Del Toro, those kind of directors, a lot of what they do in their films is influenced by this.
Right.
By Nosferatu, by this period. I mentioned the German expressionist movement.
What's that been?
So in and around this time, the 1920s, because Germany, they banned all imports of everything because the World War I was going on and stuff, and obviously
Oh, that makes a bit of sense.
So that included films. So then the Germans then started making their own films. So there was an influx of German films in the 20s, which started this movement, which then included all these different themes, stuff like weird camera angles, very over-the-top, melodramatic characters. Yes?
Okay.
Anything else?
Just on that point, all known prints of this movie was destroyed under the terms of a settlement of a lawsuit by Bram Stoker's widow, that is the writer of of Dracula. However, the film resurfaced through second-generation reels in other countries, and restorers found a good print in East Germany, in an East German archive with the original subtitles, which is what they were originally looking for. So, it went to America under different subtitles. It went to England on different subtitles, and their names were all changed to, I think Hutter's name was Thomas in the English version. And Johann Stoker's widow, she was going to sue them for making it, but for making it on the book. But because they didn't have enough money to pay them, that's when she won the lawsuit in order to get them all destroyed. So that's why they were destroyed.
Right, yeah. So I should go back to the 20s stuff about the German expressionist movement and some of the films that came out in and around that time. So you've got films like the Cabinet of Dr. Cagliari, which is another silent film. Some people reference and some people label as the first horror film. Again, I'm not sure that's true, but...
What year was that?
1920, maybe just after Nosferatu.
Oh.
Maybe just before, actually. So you got that. You've got M, which is about a serial killer. Metropolis, which is about 1927.
Are these all German films?
Yeah, these are all German films, and these I think are all classed as being part of the German expressionist movement and all that kind of stuff in around this time. I don't know a lot about the German expressionist movement, other than it's just the tone of the films, certain shots, sets. I think it's the idea, which Burton explores, is the idea of people's inner thoughts and feelings being expressed into the film. A lot of the stuff that you saw in Edward Scissorhands was stuff that happened in his life, and he obviously transcribes that through Scissorhands.
Yes.
Oh God, I'm panicking. What's the time?
You are panicking. It's fine.
Because it's a good film.
Yes, well, just say what you have to say, Ben, and stop worrying about the fucking time.
I've got so much stuff to say.
Go on, then.
Right,
say it.
What else should we talk about? So,
what do you need to talk about?
It's not scary, as you said. It's, saying that, I'm sure if you turn the lights off and stuff, you'd be like, oh, that's pretty... I'm sure you'd find it scary.
Yeah, back in the 1930s, yeah, on the candlelit.
I don't think so.
Mm.
On the candlelit. They had electricity for you.
Did it?
Shut up. But it's chilling. It's chilling. There's some scenes that are unsettling, I feel.
Well, it's the scene where he's walking up the stairs, the most iconic scene, you said. That is a bit creepy.
Which bits? You said
where he's walking up the stairs, up to Johan's room.
There's no stairs. He's just walking along the corridor.
Oh, wherever he's walking along.
Fucking hell.
And then you see him, like, with his hands, like, seem to extend or something.
Oh, you mean at the end? Oh,
yeah.
When he's... Yeah, okay, that bit's up the stairs, yeah.
Yeah. I knew it was up the stairs.
Yeah, the shadow and stuff, that's very iconic. Yeah. The bit when he's in the boat, when he's... not the bit so much when he puts his head up. That's kind of comedic. It's quite funny. You see from the camera angle from below the deck, and you see him mincing along at the top of the deck, and obviously the captain's shitting himself. And again, that's very good. It's kind of then funny straight after, because then he literally minces into town with his coffin under his arm.
Yeah,
which was quite funny.
And he made it home quicker than Hutter did, didn't he, or something? No, Hutter made it home quicker than him.
Yeah, I sort of lost track of what Hutter was doing.
Yeah, he was making his way home. I don't know.
So obviously these characters are all characters from Dracula. They've just had their name changed.
Yep, unsuccessfully. Yes.
Have you seen Bram Stoker's Dracula?
No.
Coppola? Have you seen that? I think we've seen that. Gary Oldman?
Maybe. Don't know.
Yeah, not good. Well, it's probably worth an episode. Right, what else have we got? What else? Christ.
So the director, whatever his name was, Murnau, he knew he would be sued for plagiarising Bram Stoker's 1897 novel of Dracula without his permission. So he changed the ending to say that it actually had differences to Dracula. Because Dracula, he dies of like light or something, doesn't he?
I think this was the first time the idea of a vampire being killed directly by sunlight. Because I think in the one I just mentioned, in Francis Ford Coppola's, is it Coppola or Coppola? In his one, and I think other ones, I think a vampire is weakened by sunlight.
Yeah.
But they don't directly die from just sunlight. They can walk around in sunlight. It just weakens them.
He died in this of sunlight, didn't he?
Yes, I think this is the first time that was introduced. Because in Dracula, that's not the case. He doesn't die from direct sunlight. So I'm assuming that was because it was just easier to do it that way. Well, as opposed to ending it in another way where he gets a stake through the heart or something like that.
Well, he wanted to make it different to Dracula, so have a different ending. That's what the trivia said. So.
Right, yes. Trivia is all-seeing, all-knowing.
Yep.
100%. Yeah,
and
brilliant.
that thing that plays the werewolf, it's actually a striped hyena. You were correct.
A striped hyena?
Yes, you were correct.
What did I say? Yes.
You were correct. I knew you'd be proud of that one.
Yes.
So anyways, I'm all out, Ben, so the next 5 minutes is yours.
Film notes, what have we got? What happens in the film? Well, forget about the trivia. What happens in the film? Oh, jeez. Any scenes, any quotes, any scenes that you remember that you enjoyed?
Quotes, Ben. There was no fucking sound.
Yes,
I was hiding in the toilet half the time.
Had the title cards, didn't you? That was coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Hellish elixir of their blood.
Oh, yes.
I've got down randomly. What's he called? What is he called? Oh, fuck's sake. Like deaf. Is it Deaf Bird?
Oh, yeah, the Deaf Bird.
The Deaf Bird is not... I can't remember what it is. Oh, God, I should have wrote this down. What else have I got? Oh, he's Orlok wearing Cubans.
Why?
Looks like he's wearing Cuban heels.
Oh, okay.
Didn't notice that?
Yeah.
Who else do you know who wears Cuban heels?
My daddy.
Yes, he does, yeah. He's about 2 foot.
Deaf
Bird. Her soul heard the call from the Deaf Bird.
That's
nice.
quite it's quite a good scene.
Yes. There's also that bit where the guy Hutter throws the book down, where you find an item or a book, and it basically tells you what's going to happen. It's like, all the scary stuff's in this book, avoid this. And the main character just goes like, oh, no, whatever. And he kind of ignores it.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of became a trope a little bit.
Most of Dracula's scenes, or whatever his name is, Orlok's
Orlok, yes,
scenes were filmed during the daylight. And you know the way I said to you, they've kind of got a blue tinge at night time. They had to put that in at the end because they were just like, well, it looks really obvious he's out in the daytime.
Yes.
So that's why they did that.
Yes, that makes sense.
Yep. Just a little bit more trivia there.
Okay, right. Anything else?
No.
You've got nothing else? Nothing else for me?
No, Ben, come
Right,
on. This is your time.
What else should we talk about then?
This is your time. What shit do you have written on your screen?
Well,
that
I've
you're
just got notes about the film. I've just got
tell me
about
them then.
how good Count Orlok looks. I had the Cuban bit. I had the fact of, well, you know, obviously the influence it had on films. It's obviously hard to talk to you about it because you don't see it. So this happens and that happens, and you know, you've got to remember, like I said, it's 100 years old, and
That's what you said.
And now, present day, if you went through all the horror films and stuff, you'd go, oh yeah, you'd notice stuff that maybe was taken from Nosferatu. Even just stuff like camera shots and use of shadows in films. And it's refreshing. I mean, it's just refreshing to see a film like this. Bare bones, simple, well done, directed, nice shots. It's just good.
Completely plagiarised.
Well, yeah, okay, right. You've got that element as well. But
Can I ask a question?
yes, quick.
What's the crack with the plague? So they think that, so he's actually killing his victims in this.
Well,
and
so-
everyone thinks it's a plague.
Yeah, because of the rats and stuff, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then how does the plague get to everyone else's houses?
Well, because obviously people don't believe they don't know what a vampire is. So they're like, well, I'm assuming this boat's turned up. It's empty. It's full of dead people. There's
Oh.
rats all around the place. It's like, well, you know, we've seen the plague before, so must be the Black Death. Oh, God.
And that was your man going around biting people?
No one didn't see old Count Orlok, you know, with a coffin under his arm, mincing into town. He must have moved in recently. He's
Oh,
all right.
He's the neighbour.
He looks okay.
Only comes out at night.
He looks kosher.
Right, go on. You've got 1 minute and 30
Oh,
seconds, Ben.
Jesus. Well, I've just got, you know, stuff about the film. I've just got quotes. I've just
Yes,
got...
well then say them, Ben.
I've said
Jesus,
the quotes.
you're intolerable. Is that the word?
No, it's not.
Oh.
Why? It's a two-way conversation, Fiona. I need you to ask me questions about it.
What did you think of the film, Ben?
It's
What quotes do you have from the film?
Well, forget about the quotes. Well, it's very good. As I said, it's very good.
Right.
I'm trying to really emphasise the fact that it is 100 years old. I think you're
What's
so
your favourite scene?
you're so unimpressed with it.
What's your favourite scene?
I think the first reveal, when he takes the hat off, effectively. He takes the hat off and then you see him at the end of the corridor and you're like, oh, here we go.
Why does he have pointy ears?
I don't know. I don't know if this is more, Nosferatu's more kind of towards the folklore
All right, yeah.
side of Dracula. Maybe. I don't know if that's also to do with his image or not. Oh, fucking hell. Right, well,
Go on.
okay, well, Nosferatu. Absolute classic. I think it obviously influenced horror. And I think it's a shame that you can't see how much of a masterpiece it actually is.
It's 100 years old, Ben. You forgot to add that in.
Why do you keep saying about the 100 years?
'Cause
Anything
you
else?
keep
10
saying it.
seconds. Say
No.
something nice about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it again, but yeah, I can see the scary bit. Yeah, it's scary. Do.
Fucking hell. Embarrassment.
Well, sure. Oh. Sure, Ben, you knew this would be the crack with me.
I thought maybe you'd get a bit infused as we talked about it.
No, Ben. I hid in the bathroom for
That's a
most
hard
of it.
film to talk about in 15 minutes because,
Well, you did repeat yourself 10 times over. So.
well, I know, because you want to just chill
Yeah,
out.
but
It's
if you
such
just-
a good film. You want to just relax and just sort of film that you want to just dissect each scene. Several scenes, you could sort of talk about each scene and what's going on in it. And
Well, you should do it with Thomas.
the German expressionist movement, I know a little bit about that. Obviously, I can see films that I've been influenced by, but I don't know enough. So I didn't want to go down the rabbit hole of that too much because I'd have maybe been
Wrong.
taken away from the film. Not wrong. I'd have been taken away from the film. But I should have a little bit because obviously there was no chat coming from you because
Well,
you
you
had
should have.
absolutely no interest.
Yes, you should have. That's why I kept saying to you, what do you want to talk about, Ben? And if you say something, I'll respond.
Well, you can talk about scenes, individual scenes. I mentioned that earlier and you went, I can't remember.
Well, yes, because you're putting it on me. So if you wanted to talk about a particular scene, we could have talked about it.
But you wouldn't have known about the scene.
Yes, I would have. It would have came back to my memory.
Oh, God. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Come on.
That should have been a fucking solo episode.
Yes, it should have been a fucking solo episode.
Right, well, Nosferatu. Good. Really good.
Good.
I'm hoping people will
They
enjoy
probably
that
won't know
episode.
what it is.
Yes, many people have seen Nosferatu, Fiona. Some people actually appreciate film. On Twitter, you say.
I do appreciate film,
Yeah.
but not that film
Yeah.
because it's old. I don't like old films.
Stupid. Same stupid mindset you had
And
with,
it's
with foreign
silent.
films. And then you watch City of God and you were like,
Oh,
oh
that
my
was
God,
really
it's the
good.
best film ever.
That was brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. But no, it's because it was silent. It's so old. It's not even old.
Do you know how silly you sound?
Yes,
Because
but Ben, it's my opinion.
I know.
I don't care how silly it is.
I know.
It's my no. Shut up. Well, I know. It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like the movie for those reasons.
Because,
yes, it might be.
it's old.
It might be ignorant of me. Yes, but
Many things.
yes, it might be a lot of things of me. But that is my opinion.
Well, I hope
and I
after,
didn't enjoy it because of my opinion.
I hope after this, Fiona, you get bloody cancelled. They cancel you off Twitter.
I think the only person that's going to get cancelled, Ben, is you because you're an arsehole.
Well, let's hope I get that big to get cancelled.
Right. Oh, am I already that big that I'm cancelled?
Well, it's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, good. That's another one ticked off the list.
Mm-hmm.
Right, quickly tell everyone what we're doing and where they can find us and all that goodness.
We're doing, what are we doing? Flogtober?
Flogoween,
Flogoween, that's it. We don't really know the name yet. Yeah, we're doing that. So what, we're releasing a movie? Well, is Ben releasing a movie every day or what is it?
31 films in 31 days.
31 films in 31 days. Ben is stressed to the max at the minute. So yeah, and you can find us on the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, TikTok, and Game Floggers.
Don't do TikTok.
But we don't like to do Game Floggers because it's boring and I hate it.
We keep saying Game Floggers, but we will be doing it by the time this comes out.
And if you'd like to leave a review, please like, share, and comment. And you can find us on all the podcasts and sites.
Good pods, yeah. Podchaser. Obviously, Apple. There's always
Spotify stuff.
Room for a review there.
Yep.
Send in your
15-second reviews.
I forgot about that on the last
Please.
episode.
Thank you.
I don't know how that's going to work because I'm going to be releasing so many films one after the other, so that's going to become a mess. But 15 seconds. If you can, I'll try and squeeze it in. I imagine by when I'm actually releasing these episodes in October, I'm going to be I'm just going to be all over the place.
Yeah, he's already all over the place.
So yeah.
So Danka,
send those in. Send your Nosferatu ones in. I have to tell you before I release this episode because it won't make sense. So yeah, ignore that because obviously.
Ben, shut up.
I should have said that.
Thank you for listening.
I should have said that on the one before Nosferatu.
If you like us, tell a friend. Goodbye.
God.
Do you not want to say goodbye, Ben?
No, I don't. You are useless.
Hello and welcome to What's Our Seat Number. If you're listening to this trailer, you're deciding whether or not you're going to listen to this podcast.
Good.
But chances are we've lost you already.
Wait, what? No, come on, Matt.
Well, I mean, it takes what, like 10 seconds for people to lose interest in things? I'm not being defeatist. They've gone already. It's for now.
Now they are because we started arguing, so we've both sort of driven them out.
Well, go on then. Tell the dead air who we are.
Okay, the dead air.
The dead air.
The cadaver.
The people who aren't listening anymore.
I'm taking control. You introduce yourself, and then I'll introduce myself, and then we'll talk a little bit about what we're doing, right? It's going to sound more professional that way. Go.
Okay. I'm Johnny Gross. I'm a filmmaker and a film fan and fanatic and obsessive.
Good. Very good. That was very well done. Very professional. You sounded like you're in control and almost like you know who you are.
All right, then. And who are you?
I'm Sai. I'm a 3D artist and a game designer, a film fan. I'm your brother as well.
Really?
So we're going to be talking about some of our favourite movies and hopefully some of yours as well. There's going to be trivia behind the scenes.
Do you want to tell the listeners why we've called this podcast What's Our Seat Number?
You really came to the right person with fielding this question because I feel that I can take this story and really bring it to life. Okay, so one time we went to go and see a film in the cinema and I asked, what's our seat number?
Fantastic.
Was it good?
Yeah.
I did it for you.
It's great. If you want to hear more, you can check out the rest of our episodes. We're hosted by Podbean, but you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music or Audible, TuneIn, Alexa, Listen Notes, and now on iHeartRadio, Player FM, and Podchaser. So pretty much wherever you get your podcasts. Please don't forget to review, like, and rate, and keep listening, because the more you listen, the more we'll be able to produce. Bye.
Ta-ta.